I was going to go for a walk today because it's Sunday with Dad, but I found Alfie. Well, I saw a squirrel out on the path, and then I found Alfie with a broken leg and there's blood on it. So we got to get him to the vets. Alfie, we'll try and get you to the vets, boy. Hold on until we can. Can't really see it, but he's limping on it. Can't really put it down, there's blood. Boy, I'll try and fix you up, boy. Careful, boy. Careful, boy. There it is. Oh, it's okay, boy. Don't put your weight on that, boy. Oh, he's twitching. He's in pain, he's twitching. We're going to try and get him to a vet's in Plymouth that is doing Sunday call-outs. See if they can see him. So little Alfie boy's back from the vet. We had to take him to the vet in Plymouth, and he may have a fractured leg, so we got to give him painkillers at weird times of night and then take him to the vet as it's nearer to us. Ooh. And he's resting, he's had a long day. Still got the fractured leg, but he's on painkillers, so just gotta keep giving him painkillers every 6 hours through the night, so I've gotta stay up all night. And then we'll get him to the real vet tomorrow. And because he's on painkillers, he's been walking around the room just putting weight on his bad leg like it's nothing, so let's hope that doesn't affect him badly in the morning. Poor little boy. Still don't know what happened to him. Still don't know if he fell out of a tree or what. He's okay, boy. Okay, so Alfie's back from the second vets and they put a collar on him. He doesn't like the collar, do you, boy? Restricts his movement loads. It seems cruel that they gave him a collar, but they don't want him licking his leg. Oh boy. So where were we last time? We took Alfie to a vet yesterday, which was a Sunday, which was the only vets that would open on a Sunday, which is all the way over in Plymouth, something like Manadon Hill. And then a woman there saw him. Coincidentally, I got a call from my driving instructor while out there, so that's good. A woman vet saw him and she thought that Alfie might have a fractured leg or something, and she was throwing around things like he could need surgery, he could need amputation, he could need to be put down. I'm like, just not considering that option at all. Yeah, she felt around, she couldn't really see what the problem was, so she suggested giving us a bunch of painkillers to give him until the next day, which is today, Monday, when our local vets opened up. And so we took the painkillers home, and it's a syringe of stuff. I don't know the name of it. It's like, looks like butane or something. I know it's not butane, but that's what the word's like. Anyway, it's like little they're not really syringes. You don't inject him. They're like squirters, and you squirt it like in his mouth, behind his teeth, but in his cheek. It's called Bupracare or something. I don't know what. I think that's a brand name rather than the name of a product. Bupracare. And then they also gave us anti-inflammatories. So the Bupricare is a painkiller. We give that to him every 6 hours, or we did through the night, so I had to stay up all through the night and just give it to him every 6 hours, which was a pain in the ass to do. First time I did it, half of the mixture fell out of his mouth, and half of it went in on his tongue, which is in the wrong place, so I didn't feel satisfied, but he wasn't complaining, so maybe it had an effect. And then the other 2 painkillers I got in the right place, I think. Then this other thing, which is anti-inflammatory, is called Rumocam, Meloxicam. Give with food. So that's one that I'm currently giving him, that the new vet said to give him, which is every day, once a day, in his food. I put it in his Licky Licks yogurt meat stuff that he eats. He seems to eat the first one of them. And yeah, so took him into the second vet today, and she said he didn't need an x-ray, because when he was on painkillers he was actually walking around the room. I thought it was just the effect of the painkillers masking from him the pain of his leg, but she said well, if he had a broken bone or something, or a fracture, then he'd feel pain sort of through the painkillers and he wouldn't be able to put weight on the leg. But he's been putting weight on the leg while on the painkillers and moseying around this room. Unfortunately, he's the indoor cat for the moment, until Saturday when we take the collar off, which he's very annoyed about because he wants to get outside again. Poor little goon. There he is again. She felt him around and checked him out. He had a couple of ticks on him that she found, so she got those off. And the blood that he'd since cleaned off himself was coming from a small wound on his leg, which had been the skin had been pulled aside, so she thought maybe it'd be a bite. So now the running hypothesis has fallen a bit from he fell out of a tree to maybe the squirrel bit him. Because there was a squirrel when I found him, so maybe it bit him in self-defense or something. But he had trauma on his claws, his front claws. His back left leg was the one with the problem. But his front claws apparently had a little splintering on, as if he'd been grabbing onto something, so that makes me think of falling out of a tree again. Why would you have that on your claws if you were combating an aggressive squirrel? Which I still can't believe. Do squirrels really attack cats? That just seems wrong to me. If I find that squirrel, I'll be very angry with it, let's put it that way. So I don't know what else. I feel like the wound could have been caused by hitting a branch or something after falling out of a tree, but she was explaining the skin had been pulled with the wound, so it could have been a bite. And just that squirrel is kind of the culprit, just kind of walking away from the direction of Alfie when I found him. So, unless it was a dog or something, I have no idea. I mean, he goes into the neighbour's gardens and we have kind of dogs over that side, but it wasn't like a double vampire puncture wound or anything, so I don't know. It's still another mystery. But he's okay. We don't have to amputate his leg. That's great. We don't have to give him surgery even. She's saying he'll just kind of heal naturally over 5 days, hopefully. And she put the collar on just so it keeps him away from his wound, so he can't lick it. Which, I still think the collar's cruel, because he's bashing his head against walls and things. He can't move properly with it. He keeps wanting to lick himself, and he's so frustrated that he can't. So he hates it. He's always trying to get it off, and I don't blame him. It's like if someone constricted my movement. I came out of a hospital and I found out the doctor had tied my knees together with metal bolts, and I couldn't pull them separate from each other or something to walk. It's something like that. It feels like a constriction of free movement. I don't like it. I kind of want to take it off him, but we'll see. Maybe he'll put up with it for a few more days, and then maybe I'll take it off him early. But yeah, I got to give him this anti-inflammatory stuff. We've stopped giving the painkiller stuff. and I think Mum's got to give him something else, antibiotics, also in liquid in his food. So, and the costs for him to get seen by the 2 vets was £390. So I've had to front half of that. Fucking ridiculous. And we don't have pet insurance, so I think it would have worked out cheaper if we had pet insurance, but Mum for some reason didn't get pet insurance for them. So that's kind of annoying. Poor beast, but he's okay. He's not in danger of dying or losing a leg or anything like that, being put down or anything. Hopefully over this week he'll heal. It's just annoying that he gets into trouble. He's more active as an outdoor cat at night. I like him being an outdoor cat, but I wish he was more active in the day. But I guess cats are nocturnal, right? But yeah, because he's more active as an outdoor cat at night, I can't see what he's doing between the hours of 12 o'clock and 8 a.m. or something. I don't know what he's been up to. Can't keep an eye on him. But I want him to be free and roam, and that comes with risk. That's freedom is risk. That's what that is. Safety is control, as you know, or should know. Anyway, there's a little vlog about what happened to Alfie. Maybe I can show you his leg just before we go. Hey Alfie. Which side's your leg on? Is that your... I can't see. Anyway, it's one of them. Is that his left? That is his left leg, so that should be the one where the other wound is. Yeah, you can't see it at the moment. There's like a little... it's like a little open blood spot, like small in the pea, and that's where the blood was coming from, but he doesn't want to show you it at the moment. It's more inside leg, I think. This damn thing. It says dog collar on it as well. I hate this collar thing. See, when he tries to eat, he has a hard time frigging eating because the collar's in the way, and I think trying to go to the toilet in the litter box, it would be similar. We'll get this thing off you soon, Alfie.